the weather is very conducive for us sleeping here. But the Lord is great. You see, He has blessed us with the rain which Australia needs. So I think this is a blessing, and you are all a blessing today. This afternoon is a very one of the very important talks in this program. So basically, as I heard earlier, loving thy neighbor is not optional. It is a must. So whether your neighbor is good or not, you must accept that neighbor. You must love it. And so because of that, we have the Couples for Christ have included this talk in this module. And to give that talk, may I introduce our speakers. Allow me to give a brief background of the speakers. So the speakers have been with the community for almost, how many years now? 26 or 27 years. So imagine that. They are 27 years and this is the first time that they're going to have the talk. So, it is really, God has really qualified these speakers and they have really accepted the challenge. I know it is hard for them, but they said yes. So how did a couple meet? So they meet during Easter in the Philippines. And they have been married for 31 years. Wow, 31 years, imagine. They have 3 kids, blessed with 3 kids, right? So the eldest is 30, Edie. The next one is 25, and the youngest is 14. So it's Bella, the baby of our community as well. She started very small, actually. They have been household leaders for 10 years. And I asked them, what is your vision for your family? And they have said, of course, just like any other parent, for their children to finish their studies, to be successful in their careers, and to have grandchildren, of course. But most of all, as the community has said, from womb to tomb, right? So to have that family, and have a stronger faith to our God. So help me welcome our brother Carlo and sister Venus Isaac.
Good afternoon, brothers and sisters.
Good afternoon.
Please bear with me because this is the first time I have to talk. And first of all, I have to thank my wife, my lovely wife, because this talk would be impossible if my wife did not help me. Because my wife is the one who did this one. I didn't write this one, but because when I read this talk, this is the talk that easily be understood by anyone, even if you don't study. But the hardest part of this one is to apply. Even if you have a master's degree, I don't think you can apply this one. Because I myself, it's very hard for me to apply this one. Okay, my introduction is, and also I'd like to thank my children who do the PowerPoint on this one, because I have a little knowledge in this one. Last week, we looked at the first and greatest commandment, love God with all your hearts, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Today, we look at the second, love your neighbor as you love yourself. There's no commandment greater than this. That's what our Lord said. Loving neighbor together with loving God, from whom core of Christian life, Jesus summed up the whole law with His greatest commandments. In 1 John 4:20-21, those who say, I love God, and hate their brothers are liars. And for those who do not love a brother whom they have seen, cannot love God, whom they have not seen. The commandment we have from Him is this: those who love God must also love his neighbor, his brother. So it's clear to us, if we don't love our brother, we don't love God. Because it's easy for us to say, I love God, because we don't see God, right? But how can we love love the one, especially your brother and your own sisters, of them dispute, which is your own blood. I'm also guilty on this one. What Christian love is not? Love is not having positive feelings. This is mostly for sexual attraction, which is a human weaknesses. Personal affection, warmth, is a kind of love that based on your emotion. This can easily change. By the way, all the first one I'm reading is an important virtue of Christian love, but there is one that is more important than this one. Yes, I will take more of my time than this one. Feeling of intimacy, closeness, satisfaction never stay exactly the same. Feeling you have to do with your partner today will change over time. Love isn't just a feeling, love is conscious decision to commit. Second, love is not always saying yes. Too many parents want to give their children pass in easy sleep. They want to help their child feel less pain. But what does this do for our children? It creates kids who can think for themselves, kids who can pick with their broken pieces. It creates a society of people who don't take responsibility for their own action. Because someone else is always cleaning up. That's what my wife is telling me always. Let your children do it. Because I got the personality that I want more action than talk. Because I want my house to always be quiet. I rather do it than yelling my children, which is my wife don't like me to do. Because instead of telling them do this, do that, I rather do it myself, which is, I don't know if it's really right or not. Love is not defensive. That's the third one. Christian love is not guaranteed to be painless. For example, if we love someone and the person hurt us, you don't want to love again because you lost your trust. That's the big part in this talk. If someone lost the trust, how can we love again the neighbor? Because trust is being built by each and every one of us. The only thing you can do is to pray, to ask God to open heart to forgive. That's one of the hardest part, forgiveness. Love is not self-seeking. Christ is not about us but about others. Not only thinking for ourselves, but thinking for the welfare of others. How many people nowadays doing these kind of things? For example, in our own family, we put the needs of our children before ourselves. The true Christian is ready for self-denial. That says, if you want to be my disciple, you must carry your own cross. The cross that the Lord saves is all the trials that we encounter in our daily life. Life must be able to handle it with the help of the Lord, not by ourselves. And the other one is, love is not manipulative. The worst part of manipulative relationships are quite often you don't even know what's happening. Manipulative people twist your thoughts in short cover-up. Something that's better shown how they see the world and turn into someone that serves their own purpose. Manipulation occurs when one person exercises control over another person's behavior. People are most likely to fall for manipulation by their partners, and to them they have low self-low esteem and present feelings of guilt or inferiority. So what is Christian love? The answer is John 15. Jesus spoke of love that is connected with keeping God's commandment. And the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Now remain in me. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, thus I have kept my Father's command and remain in love. Jesus was specific about we are to love one another. My command is, love each other as I have loved you. How does Jesus love? The greater love has no one laid down his life for one's friend. And I think only Christ has really done this one. He's a supreme example in us, Jesus who laid down his life, not only for his friends, but for every one of us. there were 3 crosses along the wall of the churchyard. The middle cross had the word forgiveness, written on it, in the left hand, refuse, the one right and accepted. These represent the 2 thieves who were crucified on the cross. One being accepted to forgiveness, and of one offer who did not love, made Jesus lay down for his life. Even though one of them didn't want to accept what was an offer. I remember myself during my hard time. I was had an advisory case in St. Mary's. During the time trials come my way, I always complain. I said, because why is this happening to me? Why is that? I thought the Lord is good. And he said to me, and I said this one to my house, and I said, always be happy. And I said to Father, how can I say to be happy with all these things coming in my life? I get angry with someone, I don't like things happening in my life. And he said, always be happy. And he said, you don't have the right to complain. When you yourself is on the cross like Jesus, that's the only time you can complain. And since then, stuck my head, all the things I ask with God, everything He give it to me. But the thing is, you have to work it hard. It's not easy with the Lord for my whole life. It's not easy. Because the one I don't like, that's the one the Lord gave me. Simple as that. That's why I said, I was hesitant to accept this thought because I myself is not good at it, to be honest. Especially on the last part, I will concentrate because all these things is good, but there is a hard one on this one. Now, we go to how do we translate love to practical everyday terms? The answer is John 13, verse 15. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. Dying on the cross was not only example Jesus gave. He demonstrated Christian love and service. Now, when he finished, Jesus told them to do likewise done. Now that I have you, Lord, teacher, and washed your feet, because when Jesus washing the feet of the disciples, it is just showing the humility of Jesus Christ. I think it's very hard for us to do even nowadays because we have too much pride in ourselves. I'm not saying technology is bad, that it brings more, for me, I see my children, bad things than good things, especially what they watch in the media. It's creating their own emotion, it's developing their own character. So it's dissolved the social love in each and every one of us. A new command I give you, love one another as I have loved you, so much you must love one another. Christian love is a committed service. You, my brothers and sisters, we are called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather serve one another until you love. For the entire world is fulfilled in keeping this one commandment: love your neighbor as yourself. Now this is the big question. Who is your neighbor? We cannot choose our own neighbor. The precise example in this one is the Good Samaritan, which everybody knows the story of the Good Samaritans. Which right now, even including myself, it's easy to go to the person that you like than the person you don't like. Right? It happened also in the community. It happened to everyone in the church. Also, it's happened in the family. Like us, we got 60 here in Australia, all my relatives. But not all of us getting along with each other. They got different attitudes, different personality. That's why I said to my wife, my children, better be quiet than to tell something that would hurt somebody. If you don't like it, just keep it to yourself and just pray, because that's what I learned from my father. Think always before you do something, because once you hurt someone, you cannot get back over it. Just not like It's not like when you like the clothes, throw it and buy a new one. Right? Simple as that. Because I was raised in a family that were very quiet. We always in a room. I don't ask my brother what is happening in your life, who is your girlfriend, what is what's happening now. Even I go about 5 minutes from here to the Philippines, my brother would ask me, everything okay? And I said, yes, that's it. You don't ask anything. Because we're raised up in a very quiet family. My father will not answer you unless you ask him only a question. That's why maybe it's very hard for us, especially in my personality, if we do something very wrong that I think I could not accept, I easily forgive the person, but it's hard for me to bring back the relationship again. That's why I'm telling my wife and my children, always think before you do it. You cannot always say sorry. I'm not saying bad to say sorry, but you don't say sorry and again you do it again. Because for me, always think before you do something. But I don't know if that is right. That is my personality. This one I become very short quick because I got only less time to go. How do we love in our everyday life? There is the simple thing, patient, slow to anger, kind, not attitude of criticism, not jealous, not covering, not pompous, inflated, humble, not rude, not self-seeking, not quick-tempered, not broke over injury, not rejoice over wrongdoing, rejoice in the truth, forbears with also disappointment without taking counteraction and self-control, and also trust. All this one I read to you is all important, but there is much important than this one. Without this one, everything I read to you first will be nothing. This is the most important one, not a conclusion. The one that the Lord wants us to have is the agape love, the unconditional love. Which is when I'm reading this one, I ask myself, can you do it? I just don't answer it. Agape love is about giving ourselves, expecting and wanting nothing in return. It means loving other people regardless of whether you like them or whether they love you or not. It is the last form of love that Jesus commands us. To help each other, Jesus commands us to love one another. Number one, love is different from liking. Love is a different thing from liking another person. Like for example, I like you only because I get something from you. Right? We get along because we have the same type of things we like. But you don't think if this one is right or wrong. Right? We like someone else because the way in which we can make positive connection. We share similar humor or outlook in life. We complement each other. It's easy to spend time with them. In short, you get along well. Maybe there's something about attraction, romance, growing as well. But generally, it is easy to spend time with the people we like. It's easy to do things, even things that inconvenience for us, for those we like. Agape love, however, is different. We love others regardless of whether or not we like them. We love others regardless of whether we will get anything back because of our action. This type of love is not about feeling. It's not about willing ourselves to think nice things about the other. It is about our action and motivation behind our action. It's very hard, my brothers and sisters. It is about serving each other, going out of our way for each other, putting ourselves out. It is listening to each other, supporting each other, both good times and bad times, and all the regardless of whether or not we like each other. Second, Love is often tough. Sometimes when we hear this word love, I'm guilty on this one. We think that we mean nice, soft things. Often love is nice and soft. But often love tough, sometimes love has to be tough, and it is disturbing, which is true. Because this one is connected to the word forgiveness, which is one of the hardest things to do. Easy to, not really hard, easy to forgive, but to like the person again, that's the battle point of this one. Because you forgive, you don't think of bad things, you don't do revenge, but to be getting along the same as before is the hardest part of it. It may happen or it may not happen. I asked my advisor Chris about this one. He said to me, forgive immediately. That was the Lord's one. Relationship is just an option. It may come back, it may not come back. That is not the sin to the Lord. He said, the only thing important is you forgive, you don't think of bad things, you don't take a revenge, and that's it, he said. But relationship is just an optional. When we tell people that behavior is inappropriate, we are not acting in a right way, both that person and to the wider community. We are seeking to protect. When we have inappropriate gossip or backbiting, the people who are doing this are challenged and told this is wrong. This leads some people to think that the people standing up for tough love, they are being mature and demonstrating agape love. Love for the people who are behaving inappropriately and love for the community who deserve better. Love is fast. So my second challenge to you is, do you show tough love or do you back away, wanting quiet life, which is more loving? It is also happening in our community, CFC, in the church, and everything. It's very hard to say the right thing to the people who will not accept it. There will always be an argument, which is very hard to apply to loving thy neighbor when there is an argument. Not only in our community, but also in the political point of view, and also sometimes in the school. Even in our own family, it happens. Because I'm thinking of myself as very tough to my children, which is not really because I told them, because I think I'm a very lenient father because I don't ask them where to go, what time will be coming back. But I told them, just go back safe and do always the right thing because I hate cover up. If you do something bad, you have to be responsible. If that one will come back, if something happens like that. I don't know if I'm doing right or wrong, but that's the way I do. Really finished, really finished. This is the last one. Love the world. A final thought about showing agape love is action is to love the world. Which is strange as many of us come from Christian tradition, which are very content to condemn the world and to play a small part in non-Christian culture as possible. But St. John Gospel tells us that God so loved the world that He sent His only Son to the world. Loving the world with agape love does not mean being conformed to it. But it does not mean we have to embrace the world. To serve the world, to tell it like it is to change it. Agape love, that is to write amnesty, international letters for oppressive governments, and in the hope that people may have never met and will never meet, and who don't even share the same faith with us, and treated better. Agape love motivated Mother Teresa to serve the poor and dying in Calcutta. Agape love motivates us to serve. So my final challenge is how do you serve others, not in the church, through your life, There are many kinds of love that we experience. The fact that we experience so many kinds of love means we often don't understand what we mean. When we say or someone says to us, I love you, we usually think they mean they or we are in love with the other. We also think that being in love is all about feelings and not about our words. However, the Bible says there are many different types of love, and the love we should demonstrate to each other in the church and the whole world is the highest form of love in Greek called agape. This is love which is sacrificial, which will be unreciprocated, which is difficult. This is what Jesus tells us to do when He tells us to love one another. I'm nearly finished on this agape love, because I studied 14 years in Catholic school. I can't forget this one, such a religion. I was talking to my classmate and not listening to the teacher, and we were talking about love. And he asked me, they called my name, he said, what is love to you? I don't know, maybe it's the Holy Spirit that told me. I just told the teacher sacrifice, but I don't know why I told sacrifice. Yeah? I tell the teacher asked me what is love, I just tell him that's a sacrifice. And my teacher told me, what do you know about sacrifice? I don't know, it just came from my mouth. And he said, my teacher told me, that's the real answer from the Lord. But I don't really think, maybe the Holy Spirit was telling me to say, but I got no real idea what sacrifice really is during my time. Thank you, my brothers and sisters, and maybe this is my last talk. We got a video of Mother Teresa.
Sorry, they're wrong.
that talk. Very inspiring. And don't you like that slide, the very last one? The miracle is not that we do this work, it is because that we are happy in doing it. So, everybody's happy? Yeah. Okay, so, thank you again, Brother Carlos, Sister Venus, for helping Brother Carlo out in that talk. Okay, so that was loving thy neighbor, the second command that God has given us, and what is the first one from last week's talk? Loving God with all your heart, with all your mind, your strength, and all your heart. Okay, and there are commands, and the second one is love thy neighbor. So it is very challenging, this talk. Brother Carlo was very truthful about it. It is truly hard to forget sometimes, but we talk about relationships with our brothers and sisters, with our family. We have a relationship with Jesus Christ through our God, but sometimes we go through challenges, very, very deep challenges in our life, that we tend to be angry or depressed with our faith in our Lord. But later on, through prayers, we recover and we start to love God again after those challenges. So same thing probably with our relationship. We fall in our relationship, so we just pray, and like our relationship with our Lord, it will come back eventually. So that is our hope. We through our faith, we have hope, and let us not lose hope. So thank you, brother. So now we proceed to our second talk immediately. We are still on time.